riding in the coupe. That's what winners do. What up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is BizMatik. This time around, we're doing, this is special for me. Today, we're ranking Lupe Fiasco. And I'm honored because, if you know me, you know on my top 5, there's only 3 spots that can't be switched around, replaced. Nah, they solidified it there. And one of them is Lupe Fiasco. So I'm happy to do this. What could I say about Lupe, man? Oh, before I get into all that, I think this is the 6th video. I know this is the 6th video, and after this video is the finale, man. If you haven't been with us, you haven't been watching, please go back and watch the others, and also hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. That way you know when I drop new stuff. I plan on dropping videos daily, and I promise you the finale, the little concept that I have for it is gonna be crazy. Well, it's gonna be crazy to me, and I hope y'all like it. Lupe Fiasco doesn't have a single bad album, not even close to being bad. He maintains a crazy lyrical consistency, and he's the only rapper that really confused the fuck out of me. Like, I'll listen to a song, I'm like, what the fuck I just heard? Let me go back and listen to that shit again. Like, you gotta keep going back to figure it out. And even with this video, I had to go back and listen to some of these albums again, and it's like, shit, this man is highly underrated, man. This man is a fucking legend. He should be on the Mount Rushmore. To me, number 7. Number 7 is Drogas Light. The reason it's at number 7 is because I felt like, to me, that's Lupe Fiasco's weakest album, because that's the album I felt like he stepped out of his character a lot. I don't know, I just didn't like it as much as I usually like a Lupe Fiasco album, but it's still a great album. My favorite song on there is Niggas Lose. Like I said, he still had dope concepts on this album. I didn't like the choice of beats. I didn't like the choice of flows. I don't know. Number 6. Number 6 is Food and Liquor 2, the Great American Rap album. Now, this album I spent a lot of time with. I listen to it every day. That's what I do with all the Lupe Fiasco albums that I release. First of all, the name of it is Food and Liquor 2. So I'm automatically thinking, oh shit, it's finna be ridiculous. I feel like rappers shouldn't do that. I hate when rappers name their album like a sequel to a very beloved album. Like, I think that's just really a money grab when they do that, because most of the time it's really not a sequel. The only person that kind of made it a sequel was Eminem with the Marshall Mathers LP2. We'll talk about that in another video. The only thing he did that was the same was kind of like the intro. He had the girl doing the little poem, but then again, I don't know, he also had that on the cool. So I didn't see the correlation between the two, to be honest. I think because of that, to me, the album sounded not as great. You feel me? Number 5. Now, the top 5s, man. When it comes to the top 5s for some of these artists, because they're my beloved artists and I grew up listening to these people, it gets a little hard. I mean, this top 5 wasn't that hard. Top 3 was really hard. Like, all these albums I'm about to say are good, you feel me? So a lot of people might disagree with this list, which I don't give a fuck, by the way. Number 5, Drogas Wave. This album is fucking dope. This album is fucking dope. The whole concept about the slaves coming over to America and just giving you that insight and like how they used to sell them, as far as the money, their value, all of that. He goes into everything, and the concept of this album is just so dope. The lyricism is still at an all-time high, and this was his latest album. I think he got an EP after this called Chili Spotlight. To just see this dude still at a crazy lyrical level, and it's just like, yo, this man is amazing. My favorites from there are Euro Jr., which I think is the last track on that album, Happy Timbuktu Day, Gold versus The Right Thing to Do. He had that little Jamaican patois in that that song is fire. First of all, if you haven't listened to this album, go and listen to it, man. I know a lot of people stop really listening to Lupe like that just because he's not like mainstream anymore. I'm telling you, this man is still making incredible music. Yeah, and Manila is another one of my favorites. Number 4 is Tetsuo and You. Yeah, and this album too is another fucking great album by Lupe. Lupe that I felt like just got swept under the rug just because it wasn't as mainstream as his first 3 albums. Yo, if you haven't heard this album, you are really missing out. On this album, tracks like Murals, tracks like Prisoner 1 and 2, tracks like Chopper. Ooh, Chopper's so hard. It features mad niggas. I think Trouble is one of those dudes on there. Trader Truth is on there. It features mad niggas, and that shit is just hard. It's just hard as fuck. And Dots and Lines. Actually, Dots and Lines, that's my favorite track from there. I just love songs like that from Lupe. Number 3 is Lasers. Now, a lot of people, especially Lupe Fiasco fans, dead heavy Lupe Fiasco fans, they don't like this album as much, and they felt like it was too commercial. It was disappointing. I don't know what the fuck them niggas is talking about, because I've been listening to Lupe for a minute, and to me, I feel like it's a combination of things, because at the end of The Cool, he said his next album would be LUPN, right? Which was supposed to be a 2-disc album. Yeah, so I felt like that kind of set people up for like me. I was set up for like, yo, I was so invested into The Cool story. I was like, yo, where's this shit going? I gotta get the next album. But I was satisfied with Lasers. I loved a lot of songs from Lasers, and I don't know, if you said Lasers was trash, fuck you, because you don't know what you're talking about. I understand where they were coming from, but to me, the album was still great. Lupe was still giving us great content, and he was still giving us fucking bars. Like, nigga, he was still giving us bars, so I fuck with it. And my favorite songs are Break the Chain, All Black Everything, Till I Get There, and Never Forget You. Number two for me is Food and Liquor, Lupe Fiasco's debut album. Now, this top 2 was hard to do. Man, I probably switch these up all the time, but how I'm feeling right now, like I said, going back and kind of listening to my favorite tracks and going back to both. Yeah, this is number 2 for me, number 2. But to me, they both number 1, but right now, this is number 2. That song, the instrumental, nah, I don't understand. I don't understand what the fuck's going on, but it sounds good. Someone, yo, a Lupe Fiasco fan, please explain to me in the comment below what the fuck is that song about? What's the box that he's putting in another box, and why is he watching this box? It is the box at first I thought the box was a television, but I'm like, it can't be a television because he put the box in another fucking box. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just left his instrumentals. Yo, I'm stupid. When it comes to that song, I'm dumb. Maybe I'm not getting it. Maybe I'm thinking too deep about it. But after this, I'm gonna go back and listen to it one more time and see if I can figure it out. But I listen to it all the time. I just don't fucking get it. My favorites are Just Might Be Okay, Real, Kick Push, Pressure featuring Jay-Z, which he cooked Jay-Z. He had that Jeans Scheme. Oh my God, you just gonna have to listen to that. The instrumental, Hurt Me So, The Cool. If you watching this and you haven't heard Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor, slap yourself in the face. And look in the mirror while you're doing it too, so you see how stupid you look. Go listen to that shit. That shit is fire. It's fire. Number one is The Cool. The Cool has got to be the greatest concept album of all time. Maybe I'm over exaggerating it, maybe not, but to me, when this album came out, right, I went to the library. I printed out every single lyric, every song, every single lyrics to this shit. I just wanted to follow the story that close. I thought there was gonna be a comic book coming out with this shit. I remember when you opened up, when you bought the CD and you opened it up, he had like the different characters and shit. My favorite tracks are The Coolest, Gold Watch, Streets on Fire, Put You on Game, Hello Good. Yo, Put You on Game. Put You on Game is like the game's theme song, and it's so greedy, it's so raw. It's like, dang, the game don't give a fuck about niggas. The game don't give a fuck about your crack baby. Like, throw that shit in the yo. That shit is raw. Songs like Little Weapons. Like, I'm so happy for the success of Little Weapons because you get to hear that shit in a lot of movies. And yo, The Cool, man. The Cool. If you like my list, of course, give me a like. If you don't like it, tell me what you don't like about it. And also, I want all you Lupe Fiasco fans, let me know, what's your list? What's your favorite Lupe Fiasco albums? In what order? Let me know down below in the comment section. And this is it for this one. Yeah, the next one is the finale. So if you made it this far, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what the concept for the finale is. What I'm gonna do is, all these 6 albums that I rank, for the finale, I'm gonna rank all of those debut albums against each other, and we're gonna find out which one of these artists had the best debut album. And if I do a season 2 for this, depending on how well this do, I'm gonna do another 6, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the finale. So let's do it. That's a little intense. It's gonna be a little hard. We had some heavy hitters on here, man. We got the Kendricks on here. We had DMX. We had 50 Cent. We had Kanye. Dang. So I suggest, if you haven't been paying attention, go back and check those out, and meet me back here. Meet me back here tomorrow. We dropping the finale, and you get to find out, in my opinion, which one of these artists from this series had the best debut album. Stay tuned with your boy. Stay locked in with your boy, and I'm out.
Yeah, that's what winners do. You top down, riding in the coupe. That's what winners do. That's what winners do. That's what winners do. Yeah. Gotta pack my shit, I gotta go.